Hello, welcome to this episode 3 of Jon Hall Railway. I'm going to continue on with the RM74 today. I'm going to be looking at adding all this pipe work on the side, or starting to add the pipe work. There will be a lot of compromises made here because obviously the thickness of the walls that we've got for the top and the bottom of the sole bars are going to affect on what we can actually produce and print in this area. So there may be one or two pipes missing, so that it's not so densely packed in this area. Okay, so we're going to start with this large, thick pipe that comes along here. So jumping into Fusion, we're going to be drawing this on the chassis. And then I'm going to create an offset plane from the inside face of the sole bar here. I'm going to go come out maybe 0.3 millimeters. Get a sketch on there. And then we'll project on that inside surface. Okay, and then we'll draw a line. We'll come that across. It comes to where the step is. Come along like that. I'm going to move that down slightly, I think. I'm going to bring that down to 0.3. Find the length there, 57 mil, and then it sort of comes up at a slight angle. Like that. Angle in there. So 7.3. And bring that. It comes along sort of where the window is here. Let's go 11.5. Define that length there. So that's 2 mil. Okay, and then we can use the pipe tool on that. Let's go for say 0.5. Should be joining. Make sure it has. It hasn't. Okay, so we need to bring the offset plane in slightly. So edit that. Let's change that to 0.2. It's only just touching. I'm going to bring that in a bit more actually. Just thinking if this is going to be slightly lower, it's going to look like it's not joining when it comes to printing, and I don't need all supports underneath. I'm actually wondering whether if we just actually completely do away with this, just have it flat with it. Yeah, it's probably going to work better. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll basically get rid of the offset plane, just draw that flat to the surface there. Okay, so let's have a look at a closer picture now of the rest of them. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 small ones, slightly thicker, and then another 7 small one at the top. So if we get a sketch, we just use that profile now, we don't have to worry about doing an offset plane. Draw a line, and this comes across. So these will pretty much finish where this handrail comes down. So like that. Define the length at 36.7 and the height from there to the bottom of the sole bar is 0.8. So these are thinner. We pipe these at 0.2. Look, probably not too bad actually. Okay, so let's pattern that feature. Pattern that pipe, direction vertical. give them a bit of separation between them. Just doing 3 of them to start with, because looking at the picture, the next 3 come further along. I'm not going to worry about this tiny little stag on these, because they'll go through this hole here anyhow. But another 3 coming along, which will come along further. So go back into here, create a sketch, use the pipe, and these come along sort of where this diagonal piece comes down here. About that sort of area. So if we say 45mm, define the height. I'm going to bring it down slightly, so I'm going to say 1.75. Finish that, and then we can pipe it again. Spacing doesn't look too far off actually. And pattern that feature and go vertical. I need 3 of those. 1.6. See how we're probably gonna have to lose the top thin one. To be fair, it's not really noticeable anyhow. And this one comes all the way along to where the step is. So again, drawing on that back surface, a pipe. Okay, that's going on the midpoint of that, that will work fine. And that comes all the way along. I'm going to go 58mm. We want to be slightly thicker, so we're 0.3. That looks okay actually. And then there is a downwards pipe off of there as well. So again, create a sketch on that surface. If we actually undo that, get rid of that sketch. Back into this one, so that's sketch 82. Edit the sketch, we can draw a line, comes down like that. Comes down 0.4. Define from that end that distance as 7.5mm. Length of that, go for 2mm. Diagonal in here, and 40. Finish that sketch, turn it back on, and then we're going to have to pipe that. Use the same 0.3. What I might do actually is edit that slightly, increase that to 0.7. Just get a little more separation in there on that. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll go with that now. Obviously that looks like a lot of pipes there, which is great. Okay, so looking at this photo, all of these pipes here go round on this diagonal piece and all of them go along here. I'm assuming they will go to the rear cab here. So I'm not going to draw them on this face. What I'm going to do is copy all this lot onto this face here, and then we can use the Loft tool to go between each of these and join those up. Okay, so let's start by creating a sketch on this back surface. I'm going to be doing a line tool, select that face. I'm just going to draw this all the way along the back surface here. Define the height. There was 0.3, and then we can pipe that line. I think we had 0.6. Nope, too big. 0.5. Maybe not. Let's just go back in here, have a look. It was 0.5. So why does that look too big? That'll work. Okay, so we've got that one, and then we've got 6 smaller ones above it. So we can draw a face here. The line there all the way along. Should have just measured that first of all. 0.8. Measure that height from there to the bottom surface. 0.8. Pipe that. And these were 0.3. 2. And pattern that feature, the pipe direction, the vertical line here. And we need 6 of them. Not too big still. Why is that doing that? Let's fix it. It might still be too big a gap there. Let's edit that. I'm down to 1.5. We actually just undo that. Let's edit that feature. We'll just do the 3 initially. What's the spacing on those? Distance was 0.6. And then we can get these exactly the same. Okay, so that was that one. Edit that sketch. So that was 1.75 up on the next one. So this is working a little better now. It's going to match up exactly. 3 of them. Let's just check that was 0.6 on that. Yep. So they're all matched, and we've got one more to do. must be on the wrong surface. Let's delete that. Try again. To measure that. The pipe here is actually on the midpoint. Get rid of that line. If we find the midpoint of what's left, then that'll put that in the right place. And then pipe that. And that was a thicker 0.3mm diameter. Okay, so that's that done. We can then use the Loft tool. If we select that face there, and then that should match up to that profile there. Make sure it's a join. And do your pipe around the corner there. And you just got to do the same with all the rest of them there. See if you can do them as multiples. I'll do them all individually, which isn't a massive big deal. But at least you'll then have profiles which will match, and they should give you a nice smooth transition between each on this angular plane. Spin it around, we can have a look at that. So there we go, got the detail of those pipes added in. I'm not too fussed really with these blocks. I might put something in to just represent them. But having printed pipes on the DTS, this lot doesn't really come out particularly high detail, so it's more a case of adding some sort of surface detail rather than anything else. So for these, what we'll do is there's 4 of the braces in here. They're all coming down. Well, the first one starts where the end of the shaker is here. I'm just going to literally just draw rectangles and bring that through. So if we can get onto the rear profile there and just draw a rectangle sort of, let's project that top surface there. Let's draw a rectangle. I'm going to put it in line where that shaker hydraulic mount is. Come down and we're going to give it a 0.5mm thickness. Select that profile, I'm going to extrude it, and it comes all the way out through that first pipe here. So we come forward 0.3, tell it to join. In fact, we're going to select the new body. And we'll do 4 of them, evenly spaced until just before this handrail. Pattern that feature horizontally, 4 of them, something like that. And we can combine those into that. Okay, let's have a look on the other end down here. So we've got 2 of them, you can see. So again, draw something similar on that inside profile. You can project on top line there, that line there. 0.5 thickness all the way down to there, snap onto that. Select that profile, and then we can extrude that forwards. 0.3 to hit the body, and then pattern that body along that way. Just want 2 of them. In fact, probably comes an extra one further along, so we'll just put an extra one in there. I'm going to do -20 across 3 of them, and then combine those into that body. So that's those pipes all done on this side there then. It's a reasonable representation. I'm not going to worry too much about this pipe coming here, going underneath, because it'll just get in the way. It'll be a nightmare to print. So that's representative, and I think the detail wise that looks pretty reasonable. So hope you've enjoyed that episode. Next one will come along, and I think we'll do some pipes on the other side.